how racist is the sport of boxing? Maverick, speak on it, brother.
Oh man, how racist! I'm gonna rank it, right? I'm up in the ranking. I'm gonna put on a 6 out of 10. Right? I think that there's a lot of undercover things that happen, right? And I can't prove it, so don't. I know how Ridley's gonna say, "Oh, court of law, prove it," all that, right? I cannot prove it. I'm just going with my gut feeling. I think that there's always been a racial element in boxing, whether it's the way it's been promoted or whether it's even the business side itself. And I think that even that still does not get lost even in 2022. I think there's still a racial element in that. So I'm gonna give it 6 out of 10.
But I just want to say to when you pose a question, right, how racist is boxing, is to imply that there is racism in boxing.
No, it doesn't.
It does. How racist is boxing? We used to say that there's racism in boxing to begin with.
Yeah, so the answer would be not at all racist. Checkmate. So
no, that's not a checkmate. I know you're desperate, but anyway, yeah, it's I would say that there's prejudice in boxing, right? Do you get what I'm saying? There's favoritism in boxing, but to come out and say how racist is boxing, you know, I mean, you're not there in the locker rooms, you're not there behind the scenes, you're not privy to it. So to then for Maverick to come out and say, "Oh, there's a 6," and what evidence? what evidence?
My voice now.
What evidence could you actually, supply to tell us?
I can't.
And not only that, for both of you, this is a question. More importantly, what is your measuring stick to suggest that there's racism in boxing? We can start there.
Okay, so first of all, I haven't actually answered the question. So, again, our good friend Riddler's beating up and doing a Hadouken on a straw man, as usual. But what I will say is that, we've got quotes. Sorry?
You didn't answer it. So what is your rating? Maverick said a 6.
No, but
wait for it, lads. So we've got comments like B-Hop and Haney who said, "I'll never let a white boy beat me." Yeah, that's debatable. We've had Kovalev, saying Adonis Stevenson looks like a monkey. I don't know how more direct you can get with that. Okay, but we've had Paulie Malignaggi saying it's no longer the time of African Americans, it's the Eastern Europeans now. Like, I don't know, I'm not to say that's racist, but I there is an element of racism in boxing. And in fact, my whole point is boxing is a reflection of life.
I was going to say,
and I think, as fans, we support the thing. We breathe life into the thing, and we've all got our bias and our prejudices. Canelo. If you're a Mexican man, and you see Canelo going into a fight with Mayweather, are you going to support Mayweather? You're not, are you? You're going to support Mexico. You're going to support Canelo, aren't you? So we've all got.
Can I quote Broner? Anyone can get it. African, Mexican. It's there. Even the biggest fight last year, right? Wilder and Fury. There was an element of racial tension on the ground. In fact, wasn't it Fury that said that? Oh, he didn't want to play on that when it was being brought up. So to say that it doesn't exist, I think it's just naive.
No, I wouldn't say it's naive.
And that's a word we can use to describe Riddler.
When I asked what is the measuring stick, and what can you actually bring? Say this was a court of law, and I'm asking you to bring the evidence. So you to suggest that Kovalev said he looked like a monkey, which he explained his line of reason. That would fly and suggest that.
What?
That's still so funny.
Did you accept that?
Hold on a minute. That would then suggest that Kovalev is racist because he said somebody looks like a monkey. I mean, if you're comfortable in your skin and you don't look, say you don't look like monkey, that wouldn't bother me. I mean, had he said he looked like a frog, would that have been any less tolerable?
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. I think we're being oversensitive. It's like you can't say anything in this world nowadays without somebody latching on, "Oh, you're racist," isn't it? Did you know that the man was racist when you signed the contract, Crawford? Like beforehand, wasn't your advisors there? It's just like all this bitching, man. You must have known halfway through your contract, and you've been with him over a decade. 2011, Silas, he's been with him, you know.
Oof.
Yeah, but it hasn't. It's hardly been a good relationship, has it?
It hasn't. But
Do you know what I mean?
no, when did you know? I'll be curious to know. If I was Bob Arum, I would really, literally ask this question: at what point of time did you realize I was racist? When your contract expired and now all the dirt's coming out? What is it?
I think, Riddler, you're going to have to be like the rest of us. You're going to have to wait for the evidence to come out. And just like Rashida Ali and George Foreman, you might be pleasantly or unpleasantly surprised. So if I was you and everyone else, let's just sit back and enjoy the ride.
I agree. I mean, we're going to change your name to TRR going forward, man. Top rank Riddler. But
I never knew, because I thought it was the Zone all this time.
I thought it was we thought it was DZR, but no, it's TRR. But listen, talking about top rank, we're gonna move on. Okay, talking about top rank. Of course, Crawford isn't part of top rank anymore. And there's now more maneuverability in terms of him fighting potentially Spence. If that happens, is that now the biggest fight in the sport?